Hello everyone, I am Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. New game started here, we're gonna see how this goes, hopefully it goes well. I will say head up, Head up? What does that even mean? I will say ahead of time, I have played Pillars of Eternity before. I played through it once a couple of years ago. I thought it was okay, but let's give it another go. Maybe I'll be able to pay more attention to things and take it in more and the like. So, while I do remember several bits and pieces, I don't remember everything, but hopefully everything will go well. Let's get right into it, shall we? I will say right now, I am going to be playing on easy. Normally, I do it on normal, but this game can get fairly difficult. I'm not going to go all the way to story mode. That might be a bit too easy. And I'm definitely not going for the high tier, because I am not a build crafter. Nor either of these, so we'll go with easy, alright? I'll get through the story. The focus is on the story, not the gameplay. Although I'll try to do well on that. Obsidian Entertainment presents Pillars of Eternity. You will be able to load, just give it time. There we go.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
That's a little concerning. And is here where we get the character creator? I think? Yes. Okay, so character creation. There is a lot of description here, but I don't think it really matters. Also, very handy that you can hover over these various individual words to get more information on specific things. I'll go with male, I may as well, because I've usually made males in these games. You know what? Maybe I should try female for once. I don't usually, but a little variation. Plus, I mean, vixen. Okay. So, we have a couple different options for races here. We've got, let's see, human. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Dyrwood, the Aedir Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian Republics. Though not as large as the towering Almaua, humans are known for their strength and willpower. For the Amaua, the mighty Amaua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rauatai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Then there's dwarves. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Dyrwood, the Valian Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Lower dexterity, though. Elves are the dominant race in Air Glanfath and the White That Wends, and are extremely common in the Dyrwood and Aedir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as a commonly isolationist nature. Then we've got Orlans. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many creatures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies, Orlans are commonly found in Air Glanfath, the Ixamital Plains, and parts of the Dyrwood. They're known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. and godlikes. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Well, I'm not going to be godlike because I don't like not being able to have a helmet. And I'm definitely not going to be Orlin or Dwarf because I don't like penalties. That leaves Elf, Amawa, and Human. Let's just go with standard Human. Let's see. We've got 3 types of folk. Meadow folk, ocean folk, and savanna folk. They all have the same thing here. Fighting Spirit. Once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. Interesting. I guess we'll go with the standard Meadow folk. And now the class. Okay, so we've got Barbarians, Chanters, Ciphers, Druids, Fighters, Monks, Paladins, Priests, Rangers, Rogues, and Wizards. I am not really a magey type of person, so I'm not going to be involving that. Let me see. Yeah, I do usually go fighters, because they're simple enough, fighters are basic enough, they work for fighting and heavy hitting. Fighters continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate during combat, which is pretty good. Should I try a paladin? Paladins have an inherent bonus to all their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations a paladin gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. Interesting. Barbarians, probably not. Chanters are buffers for kinds of things. Ciphers are strange kinds of mages, I think. I'll go with standard fighter, as I do. That'll be fine. Next. Yes, fighter abilities. So we've got Knockdown. Shoves an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing additional damage, which I can do twice in an encounter. Or Disciplined Barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy. Let's, for a short amount of time. Let's go with Knockdown. Knockdown might prove useful. And then we have these abilities, which are the stats and the like. So, let's see. Might is physical force. Constitution is health, definitely recommended. Dexterity is, let's see. Extraction of characters, hand-eye coordination. Action speed with all attacks, okay. Perception. Used to catch someone in a lie, make an observant comment about their appearance, or notice something happening in the background. Intellect, probably not really useful for me. Resolve. I do remember I need a fair amount of resolve because of the kinds of conversations I like to have. So I am going to put points into there. And Constitution. 2 in Dex, 2 in Perception. Leave Intellect where it is. And we'll put Resolve up to 16. Leave it at 15. Constitution 14 will work. Well, I guess it's individual points, so... I guess 1 point in will help a little bit. In intellect will help a little bit, so... yeah, we'll go with that. I think that works decently enough. Okay, culture, which will give us more benefits to various things. Let's see, so we've got Adir. Let's see. The Adair Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It's centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adair is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Deadfire Archipelago, consisting of the nation of Nasitak, dozens of Aumaua settlements, and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea, Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves, Aumaua, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. The Ixamital Plains. Located to the northeast of Erglanfa, the Ixamital Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human and Orlan residents. The Ixamital culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Old Valia. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the Old Valian countries are still forces to be reckoned with and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. Ralatai. Dominated by the Aumaua nation of Ralatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, most of them Aumaua, Orlan, and Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, though the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races and a variety of colonial and independent settlements. And finally, the White That Wends. A large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice, the White That Wends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. And whichever one we choose will give us some kind of bonus. And seems to make an implication about the kinds of gear we start with. Let's go with a deer. Basic, simple start, I think. Next. Background. Okay. We can be an aristocrat, a dissident, a hunter, a mercenary, a clergyman, a colonist, a drifter, laborer, merchant, or slave. And it will affect other bonuses we get. Lore is one thing. Stealth. I don't care about stealth, so we won't go for dissident. Hunter. Stealth and survival. Survival is actually useful for the bonuses it gives. Mercenary, athletics, get some extra health. Clergyman is more lore. Colonist is 2 points of survival. Interesting. Drifter is stealth and mechanics. Mechanics is going to be something that'll be useful at various points. Laborer for athletics and mechanics. Merchant and slave. What kind of a background? I probably should have spent time trying to think of how I'm going to develop this character, shouldn't I? Colonist? Tempted to try that one. Not drifter. We can try colonist. You are part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in a distant land, with 2 points in survival, which gives us a little damage reduction, and received healing multiplier. Okay. Next, we have our appearance. Oh god, there are so many possible images. But I think they are kind of split up according to race. And gender. Okay, let's see here. So we've got... I can't zoom in, unfortunately. And... oh, I can turn her. Let's see. Which hair should we go with? That's an interesting choice there. I might go with number 10. Yeah, maybe not 15. I like the ponytail idea, though. Yeah, we'll go with number 10. Hair color. Bright red. I like the bright red idea. Skin is fine, head is fine. What about the colors? Let's see. Something that matches the bright red hair, I think. No, that's definitely too Santa. I think I can change these later if I change my mind. Maybe not the bright red. Black and a deep? That could work. Oh dear God, what the hell happened to them? That could work. Yeah, we'll go with that appearance. And the voice.
Yes?
I shall lead us. Finish them!
Let's keep quiet.
Leading the way. Sharp eyes and keen ears. I've got this. Let's go! My eyes are peeled. Now I am leader of the group. Bring them down!
Not a sound. I'm here. I'm flattered.
Yeah!
Quietly now.
Follow me. Let's go.
I'll take a peek.
Watch and learn. I'll teach you a lesson.
I'll go on ahead. Just say the word. I'll lead the way.
Let's go. My eyes are
I'll
peeled.
go with this one. I think this one could potentially work, don't you? And the name. Alright, what kind of a name would be fitting for her? How about... Lianara? Sure, Lianara. Made up that name, I think it'll work. Lianara she shall be, a level 1 fighter. Let's begin. New quest for the Gilded Veil. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
Noted.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Sure thing.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. Few words, he nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Alright, where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
There's concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
And what are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about those berries, then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Odema chuckles and shakes his head. He looks at you. Words. He casts a sidelong glance at her. Words.
Off with you. Hayadin should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Alright.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Aora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available to you. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glenfathan ruins, Odema has assigned Kalisha to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, okay, so on, so forth. To move them, click anywhere when it looks like that. All selected will move there. If there's a red circle with a slash, you cannot walk there. Multiple party members are selected. The action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's option, select only that character. Okay, so if I select only me, I've got the weapon sets I have here, of which I have 2. No AI script selected. Second wind to get some more health, I think. Yep, extra endurance. And knockdown, which lets me shove a person. And she's basically the same, although I can talk to her. Let me see what else I have here. Attack, cancel, select all, formation, camp, scouting, which I guess is stealth. Let's see. Double speed, half speed. Inventory, character, journal, map, stronghold, and options. Let's see. Inventory. Ooh, I have a couple other items. Gaun's Pledge. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the myriad perils that plague the world of Aora. An aspect of the god Aothas, Gaun represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gaun helps protect the dignity of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. And Gaun's Pledge does what? Oh, it's extra health. Sure, let's wear it. And we've also got a giant miniature space piglet. This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. And we can just have it follow us around, I guess. Also, we have a stash, which we can store random things inside. And, let's see. I'm wielding mail armor and a sword and shield, and she's got a battle axe and torch. These are our defenses. And currency, camping supplies. Okay. And we've got the character sheet. Okay, various stats. Skills, we have no stealth, 1 athletics, 1 lore, no mechanics, 3 survival. So we have bonus movement, too. Nice. We've also got a strange illness. This is the illness you contracted near the ruins of Silant Lys. It is characterized by simultaneous chills and intense flashes of warmth, as well as shortness of breath. The caravan master, or Dema, identified it as a common illness, the rumbling rot, but there's something strange about it. In spite of the symptoms, it doesn't feel like any sickness you've ever had before. Lower concentration and fortitude. And then our various abilities and such. Okay. I feel like lore and survival, maybe athletics are things I should focus on personally, but mechanics will be good for other companions. Okay, you've got lore instead of survival. Then we've got the journal, where we've got collect some spring berries to concoct a remedy, and journey to Gilded Vale. These other things, we got nothing. Journal. We've got our biography here. Cyclopedia, sure, and notes if we wish to make any. Map. Not much we can see here. Got a world map here, which is nice. And we're all the way up here, it seems. You do not own the stronghold yet. Okay. Well, I think I'll go ahead and end this episode here. May as well, this seems like a good point. Okay, tab will allow me to bring up names and things like that, and other things that I can interact with, so I am going to need to remember the tab key. It's going to be very needed. Also, I am probably going to want... speed up scrolling a little bit. Alright, well, next episode we'll talk with her, see if she has anything to say, and start looking around and exploring. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Lianara, Lianara and Kalisha. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.